Hello folks, welcome to another Bitcoin market analysis by Inspocrypto. Today even with special effects. No, it's not. It's absolutely not. That's not a special effect. That's just the little drummer here. So it's okay. Take the $10. And he is leaving now my office. It's going to be a very funny long weekend because Thanksgiving in the US will allow us to push up the price with low volume. We will see if that's going to happen. Not sure yet, so it's just too early. As you see, even here, not happening a lot. So SPY, SPX maintaining its level, and Bitcoin started to decline. We will see how far they want to go. In my opinion, we will see 16,100 first, and then we need to see what's going to be the next step. Usually I would expect that we will go up afterwards, but we need to see what's going to happen. So let us try, at least I will try to make a quick overview today, because I also provided my daily quick overview, Bitcoin market overview, on Twitter. And so let us see if we can see something new. Well, that's not new for you, at least for those who are following me on Twitter, because that's what I tweeted today. So we can see that the weights ratio 1 day time frame just lifted up a little bit. It's right now at 46, and even the 30 days moving average declined, but it's not big, absolutely not big. And we need to track what's going to happen in the next few days, because also some other metrics are indicating that that they are still sending more bitcoins to centralized exchanges, usually something that indicates a preparation phase just to dump afterwards. And we need to see if that's institutionals or if just usual whales are sending more bitcoins to centralized exchanges to sell and distribute on upper price levels. I think still 17 to 17.5 is on the table. We are at 16.7. No, right now we are at 16.4, 16.5. So we still have enough space to the upside. We will see if that's going to happen. So if we take a look, what's happening here, for example, the 1 hour time frame of our weights ratio 71, indicating they are still sending to centralized exchanges, but not that much anymore like before. And that confirms as well what the 30 hours moving average of the weights ratio is indicating. We went up, stabilized, now reducing below 80. Everything above of 90, it's usually indicating big pain is coming. At the moment, it looks like, soft distribution while we are going a little bit higher, so nothing special here. And yeah, if we take a look to the next yellow line here, it's indicating that even the stablecoin reserves on centralized exchanges didn't change since I would say since 1.5 weeks now. And this stablecoin supply reduced and it's lifting up, but as mentioned in the last few analysis, I don't know how CryptoQuant, what kind of wallets they are tracking related to the stablecoin supply. I know that they are not tracking BUSD, for example. They are mainly tracking USDC, USDT, and so on and so forth. So be careful with this line here, but at least this one, it's interesting because it if we combine the stablecoin reserves on centralized exchanges with other data, it gives us a better feeling, sentiment, and overview about the market. But right now, it's not indicating anything because it's really just stable. So let us go forward. So also related, for example, here to our flow activity, let us first of all disable the Bitcoins. And we can see that every time when we are seeing big distribution, and that's why they're sending stablecoins out of the centralized exchanges, because they are done, they sold, so they are taking out these tethers or whatever, USDCs. But at the same time, and that's the correlation, afterwards we receive big stablecoins. So this correlation means bulls are just reacting to what bears are doing to maintain the price, and maybe a little bit more to push up. So for example here, 44.7 millions outflows, and afterwards 30 millions inflows, so it's even less. Then we received 11 millions here, and afterwards 11 millions outflows. So the only part where it doesn't correlate is here with 16 millions, where I think they used also, and in my opinion, not all stablecoins are here represented on CryptoQuant, because every time when we have seen and detected, and that's what I tweeted, we had here one whale alert where Bitfinex sent to unknown and unknown to Kraken, and afterwards another one. And I mentioned and told to you another leg up is planned just because of that. And both were absolutely right. So that's one of indications for a next leg up, because Bitfinex needs to drive the price, of course, to trade the same in different exchanges, because otherwise it wouldn't work. So they need, and that's not new. We know that FTX used Binance before, and now Bitfinex is still using Deribit, Bybit, OKEx, Huobi, Kraken, and so on and so forth. And I guess, and of course, they need to use Binance as well. So it's, they need to use more volume right now to drive the price. So not easy while the liquidity in the market is shrinking or declining at least. However, we will see what's going to happen next. In my opinion, that should be the next step, 17K for example, and even a little bit higher, but that's something we will check afterwards. We can see that after the big outflow of almost 13,000, we have received more Bitcoins. For example, 2,200 here, that was yesterday, another 1,400, then here in 2 hours almost 1,700, another 1,000, and so on and so forth. But right now declining, I guess, just because, they are, tomorrow it's going to be holiday. So I guess many will start to turn off their PCs and to stop trade until next Monday. And that could be a big opportunity for bulls, of course, because they can at the same time just push the price more to the upside. And that's something we will check, of course. So that's it from here. Let us go forward. So let us check what's happening related to the future market. As you see, the funding rate maintains relatively neutral. So it's not really going up or going down at the moment. Looks like they are demanding more shorts, but just before they demanded more longs. So absolutely very calm, the whole situation here. Open interest, it's lifting up, so recovering, but it's so slowly everything. Just leverage ratio. Leverage ratio started to push up, declined, and pushing up, so recovering as usual, just quicker. If we take a look to the liquidity related to derivative exchanges, peanuts. Even related to bitcoins, peanuts. I guess everything has something to do with the whole Thanksgiving holidays in the US. I mean, 2,000 bitcoins just this morning. Since then, the maximum was 1,500 in the last few hours. So absolutely nothing happening here. Even here related to liquidations yesterday, nothing. 900 shorts, 900 bitcoins in shorts, 340 in longs. Also here, absolutely nothing. Yeah, funding rate, that's leverage ratio declining a little bit. Open interest, as mentioned, main driver here is Binance. We will check, and the funding rate, maintains. No, sorry, that's the funding rate. That's the leverage ratio. I'm so sorry. So the leverage ratio here just going up a little bit, recovering, and the funding rate maintains now neutral. So it declined very hard, and now that's what's happening at the moment. Yeah, it's the funding rate. Oh Jesus, it's my chart. Okay, let us check what Binance is doing. On Binance, what's happening here? Well, I mean, we see here also the leverage ratio. I don't know, something is wrong here, because the leverage ratio here looks like, oh, okay, that was that. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so the leverage ratio, we can see, it's recovering. Open interest, as mentioned, recovering too. And the funding rate right now indicating they are demanding more shorts at the moment. But, close before the price started to decline. Also very interesting. So we will see if we are going more down or more up. That's the big question. So if we check now blockchain whispers, we see that shorts are coming. So we have, if we had yesterday almost 70 to 30, now we have 42 to 58. I mean, still more longs than shorts, but even on Bitfinex shorts are coming. Even we still have those 1.7 billions. And it looks very similar to what's happening to Ethereum. So many are expecting, we'll go down from here. We will see. We will really see. If we check Binance liquidation map, let us check. Takes a bit, as usual. What is that? Time frame 1 second or what? Hey, hello, where's my failed to load map? Why? Okay, let me refresh the whole site. Okay, it's not available. I'm so sorry. We can't do it. Sometimes that happens. I don't know why. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it works, then not. Well, then let us go forward. So, related to options, we see we have here the biggest bar related to call. So the whole call side is concentrated on that level here. And then we have put wall here and put wall here. We'll check where it is. I guess the biggest one, 17K. So 17K, we know 17K should work as a magnet. We should go up, lift up more, hitting 17K. That should happen next. And afterwards, potentially 17.5 or 18. If we check that, yes, looks better. Otherwise, I mean, 17K is going to be a big resistance. And we have a trade range between 15.5 and even 18k. In my opinion, 18k possible, but I have my doubts. I have mentioned just because of all the sell orders, they are concentrated between 17 and 17.5. So we will see if they will have enough to push up. Usually it's not the case because it's holidays, less market actors active in the market. So we will see if they can absorb all these sell orders. Our GAX is now positive, no, negative, still negative, even it's a 1 week range, so nothing to see here. If we take a look now, so notional, oh yeah, even on options, you know, it's, you see that the market is mainly driven by the US. Short ratio put spread, long risk reversal, short straddle, I mean, it's so tiny. Usually I would say we are going to skip that because, you know, let us check here if that's interesting. Well, this one could be interesting. So what we see here, for example, is the fact that this trader here is expecting to see a bearish price action against hitting the 15k. And I mean, he sold this puts 15k for 800,000 and bought these puts 10k for 130,000. So it's a big difference, to be honest, but you know, at least not looking like they are expecting something big. Long risk reversal, that's something we can check as well. And yeah, nothing, I mean, it's not big at all. So at least this one is bullish, but not big enough, to be honest. But however, they are expecting once again until the end of March 2023 a price above of 23k. That's something where I would say, if I don't know if the Christmas rally is coming, but you know, at least I'm still expecting for the first 4 months or something, you know, to have a bullish price action. So 23k, I think it's really realistic. Maybe to go a little bit more up, we will see. But yeah, that's it here, unfortunately. So let us go forward. So if we see what the market is doing, different exchanges and spot CBD, we see that market sales are driving the market right now. It looks like, at least. So we see the aggregated and Binance looks very similar, to be honest. So Binance here sold, lifted up a little bit and reduced or sold once again, at least the volume delta, more indicating going to a lower range. If we go forward, we can see what Bitfinex is doing. Once again, here Bitfinex unloading a little bit and the market reacted instantly. But at the moment also looking like they're pushing a little bit more. The market price doing looks very, it correlates very well to the price action, in my opinion. If we take a look here to Kraken, for example, looks also like distribution by market traders. If we go forward, Bybit, for example, also here reduced and lifting up, also correlates very well to the current price action. That's Coinbase, selling right now, just lifting up, indicating they are buying. And we have Bitstamp here. Oh, let me check Bitstamp. Yeah, and Bitstamp here. Well, at least, oh, sorry. At least it looks on Bitstamp like they, you know, they have reached a maximum. It's too early to say that. We need to wait what's happening next, if they start to sell or they want to buy more. That's something we need to check later on. If we take a look to the entities, retailers lifting up more, even this year they didn't stop. Also this year maintaining, it seems, lifting up, but they declined before. This guy's here reducing. Market maker entities reduced a lot, lifting up a little bit, but nothing big. And this guy's here lifting up, so centralized exchanges. That matches very well if we take, for example, also a look to the balance chart of BTC in out alert.net. We can see, and I have tweeted about that today as well, that we still have almost 80,000 BTC left from that point here. And that point looks like where the whole preparation phase started. So to send more bitcoins to centralized exchanges. Also, that here correlates very well to the whales ratio. And in my opinion, that also indicates we are not done. Potentially, they are just waiting for a big push up, but I have my doubts, to be honest. It doesn't look like. We need to see, because I don't see yet a big accumulation happening. I don't see that. Maybe a quick one, and you know, they let the bitcoins on the centralized exchanges, and that's it. That's how it looks like, but nothing else. So yeah, that's it from here. Let us check if the market maker is doing anything at the moment. Nothing. The last bigger volume related to the market maker, fund flow 700 bitcoins here, but nothing big. So EMIR, nothing happening. Well, market activity low, declining, and you know, I have retweeted an article of Protos indicating that miners have to send just to cover their fixed costs, and it looks like in the last 2 days, today it's too early to say that, but yesterday, for example, they sent 2,000 bitcoins once again to centralized exchanges. At the moment, 1,600 bitcoins. So while the price is going up. And that's it. That's really it here. So let us go forward. So if we check now some exchanges, we are on Coinbase right now. We can see that they placed here a bigger wall at 15.4 right now, after they triggered just before the wall there, and you know, they shifted just some liquidity to the downside, reduced a little bit, but nothing big here happening. Also to the upside, removed sells. Right now between 23 and 22,000. We would have some walls there waiting for sales. Otherwise here at 17k, and 17k is at the moment the key. We will check more exchanges. Deribit, it's derivative, not showing anything special here. Reduced liquidity here also in that ranges, and right now longs waiting between 14.5 and 13.5, and a lot of, well, not a lot, but shorts waiting here at 19k. Bitstamp spot also removing and shifting, and that's also very interesting. They are shifting now liquidity from 15 to 14.5, now to 14 and 13,000. So I would be extremely careful, because we need to see if we see such a correlation with other centralized exchanges too. But that would, in my opinion, indicate, if that's not spoofing, indicate that something big is going to happen soon. Binance Spot, as you know, so Binance Spot, for example, they removed this wall here at 21.3, and it seems, or this one, I'm not sure, to be honest, if that's here went here and this one here went here. It looks like a little bit they are shifting, moving sell orders to the downside, indicating they are not expecting anything that could let us go up much more. However, we still have almost 1,800 bitcoins waiting, sell orders here at 17k. They reduced a little bit the sell orders we had just before. Almost 600 now. We have 380 bitcoins waiting there. But however, I mean, to the downside, we have here at 15.8 a wall, but the biggest one, even they reduced also here, they reduced liquidity to the downside. We see here at 15,000, for example, such kind of, you know, liquidity, maybe a little bit as a protection, but you know, that's how it looks like. I still think 17k should be next, and maybe even 17.6. Bitfinex spot, well, I mean, they triggered this wall here, and now I don't see here any big wall anymore. Just here it's 15.8 or 15.7. That's the same like on Binance. But that's it. Also here at 19k and even higher, sell orders waiting, as you can see. But you know, much more than liquidity to the downside. So they want to sell instead of buy, it seems. OKEX, nothing. Kraken, also nothing. I mean, Kraken has now placed a wall between 14.6 and 14.5 and have a wall at 15k and to the upside at 18, but nothing big. Bitget spot, nothing. Bitmax spot, nothing. Binance futures, well, I mean, they want to short. That's safe. At 19, if possible, we have some orders, as you see, to the upside and even close to the price here. For example, also here at 17k, a little bit hidden, just because I don't know exactly why, but it looks like. So I would be also careful here, to be honest. Also here at 15.5, but nothing big. Bitfinex derivatives, nothing. Kraken futures, nothing. OKEX futures, nothing. And OKEX swap, nothing. So that's it here. So to be absolutely clear to you, nothing changed since yesterday. I mean, the only thing that changed basically is we reached that level I have mentioned yesterday. I have mentioned we will go up to 16.5 and then we need to see, because usually the price should go up. They retested, failed several times. I guess it will go down to that POC here and bounce and go up again. That's something we need to see. It's just too early. So my scope still that range here and that range here. So something we are exactly between both. So we need to see what's going to happen next, but we should have a look to that POC here. If it doesn't bounce here, if it maintains like it was before, and you know, it's risky because it can drop here, but of course it can go up. That's something we need to see. If we can detect something well alert, Bitfinex related to Kraken, for example. However, I'm still bearish, but still expecting. I mean, they purchased here, and usually we should go up, distribute. Maybe they are distributing right here, and then afterwards we will make new lows. We need to see, as mentioned. Unfortunately, We don't have, I mean, everything, we are on track. We did everything expected. Still missing the 17K. I think that should be the next step. So, in my opinion, we should go down, retest that area here, and that such kind of move, maintain, and then go down. That's it. I know this time was really quick. Hopefully, it was insightful for you. And big love from Inspo. See you tomorrow. Bye bye. And of course, enjoy your Thanksgiving with all your lovely people around you and enjoy it. Big love. See you tomorrow. Your Inspo.